Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again, another reaction for you guys. Today, guys, of course, we're continuing the journey of Generator Rex. This is Season 2, Episode 15. Of course, we'll not know the title until I get into the episode. Last week's episode was pretty fun. The return of Corey, voiced by Mark Hamill himself, and the return of Breach as well. Really liked her character. Like seeing more of her, so I'm glad they brought her back in this episode, and she had a pretty significant role in this episode. But also the return of, I'm not sure what you would call them, because I don't think they have like a team name, but Rex's friends. Now Cersei is with them, and he had sent Cersei there to them like episodes ago. So we get to see this kind of dynamic and the awkwardness of it, because Rex is thinking that Cersei is dating one of them and all that, and like, oh, I'm interrupting everything. But then, of course, he was called away because of Corey and everything, because Corey basically betrayed Breach, because Breach was trying to basically recruit Corey to help Van Cleis. And, of course, that doesn't go well, because Corey doesn't work for anybody else but himself. Corey has never done that, from what we understand about the character, so why would he work for Van Cleis? He was like, you're one of Van Cleis's people, aren't you? And then he started getting more information, and then, of course, the betrayal. It was a pretty fun episode overall, and Rex created, like, a new, like, device or whatever, a new, like, shield kind of, like, weaponry or whatever. It was pretty cool because he was able to deflect and reflect back the machine that Corey was using that Breach basically gave too much information on, and, of course, the betrayal. So it was really cool to see Rex, like, in terms of that piece of, I forget what it's called, but the thing that was injected into him, that kind of like self-nanite replication thing, it was able to basically fight back against the machine because it was destroying everything Rex was creating with his nanites because of whatever device it was that Corey had. So it was really cool to see that he was able to find a way to fight back. So it was pretty cool overall, pretty good episode. So not sure what to expect from this episode, guys. We're continuing on with Season 2. I think we only have a few episodes left in Season 2, and then we're done with this season, which is kind of crazy. And then we have Season 3, and then that's the end of the show. So let's dive into now Season 2, Episode 15. Let's go.
Simply put, Providence is not doing enough. Let me introduce Diane, mother of 3. No hope on the horizon. Until now.
Oh,
Welcome back,
wait a minute.
Diane.
Happy birthday, little sister.
It's terrible. Training. Yep, training. Damn. Okay.
Not cool, bro.
She ain't my species, and even I know she's a hottie.
She is very smart.
But it gets introspective this time of year.
Her sister. Oh.
Thank you for coming, Dr. Moses. It's a genuine
Oh
honor.
no. Oh no.
If anyone's gonna develop a cure for Evos, it's gonna be him.
Beverly
I don't trust
would be
this.
an excellent candidate for my treatments. Have her transported to my facility.
Dr. Moses' research goes to places you don't. So if you don't mind.
What do you really know about Dr. Moses?
Exactly. What do you
I know what I saw.
But
You're not taking her to the doctor for a checkup. Has he handed you supporting data?
Any chance she's right?
Hope she is.
I would
We're
hope
not gonna sit around and do
Ooh.
nothing in case she's wrong.
it would be nice for her to be cured, but I just don't trust it. They're gonna do their own research, of course.
Not a fashion. When did Science Geek start packing heat?
Exactly. Something's up. Ooh, kicking ass, taking names.
As far as I can tell, all this thing does is light up and go pink.
Oh,
This was a scam.
100%. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Holiday, Moses is a fraud. There is no cure.
What's going on here? Moses, what is this?
Business, Dr. Holliday. Or don't step aside. I'm good either way.
Dude.
We've got to go.
We gotta go. Gotta go. Well, this sucks. Why is he collecting Evos?
Trusted you.
Kick ass. I love it. Oh, oh. Okay, here we go.
Half cured? That's new. She needs a friend, Six.
I prefer to keep it professional. Keeps people from getting hurt.
Dude, take off the sunglasses. She's already hurting.
Hypercharges the
course
nanites
not.
with excess energy to push their transformations.
Question. Why is my keep on an unapproved mission?
It's cool, Knight.
Keep returning to base. I said the keep is returning to base.
You okay?
Hanging in there.
Hanging in there is good.
Who is that?
Someone who knows things good people shouldn't.
Oh,
Machine Boy, your guy is running an auction tonight.
an auction.
She's a lot more beautiful than you let on, Six.
You drop one of these babies into your neighbor's backyard, and it's game over. My technology not only amps up their abilities,
It's messed up, man. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Here we go. They're all leaving. I think Van Clyce was on that call, I think.
just cost me.
Oh, my God. This is bad. This is bad. Gotta be careful. Shit. You're done.
Let's not be rash. Who can still be cured?
What?
No games. Truth or dead.
I did invent a machine that depowered nanites.
What?
Almost.
Almost.
The bonds in nanite particles were too strong to break.
Careful, careful. Oh, shit. Oh, there you go. Okay.
I can't help her.
Rebecca, you are the strongest, smartest woman I have ever met. You never give up.
I
If
love
there's a
this.
way to
Oh my
help
God, I
your
love this.
sister, find it. That's my girl.
100%.
New plan. Corral her to the machine.
Push her in there. Let's go. Come on. Is it gonna work?
Six! Get out of there! You called hero on this one, Rex!
No, 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 no.
Don't you do this to me.
No, no. Oh my God. No, 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 no. Exactly. They can't kill him. She's back. She's back. Oh my God.
I'm honored to be your partner.
Oh, I love this episode so much.
It was worth it.
It was 100% worth it. Oh my God, yes.
Rex just took me for a ride around the zoo on his cycle.
Nice.
Fragile.
After meeting Bev, out of nowhere it hit me that Doc Holliday is just a little too old for me.
Well,
Yeah.
right.
We could go get some dinner.
Yes.
Outside.
100%.
In the real world.
Like a date.
I love this so much.
It's about time.
It's about damn time. To me, this is easily one of the best episodes of Generator Rex I've seen so far. I was not expecting where this episode was going, because the opening scene with that new scientist guy or whatever, like curing Evos, all that nonsense, he did create a machine. We found out later that it could, but then he found out, oh, I can actually overpower the nanites and actually make a profit and actually make them worse, the Evos. I was not expecting this episode to go where it does, because I'm like, okay, this episode's going to be about curing Evos. Oh my God, the third act alone is just fantastic. It's one of the best third acts, one of the best segments, if you will, of Generator Rex ever that I've seen so far. And to make that point, because I haven't seen the rest of the show, obviously, but my God. So Beverly's cured. Holiday's sister is cured. And it's something that they've addressed several points, because Rex attempted it a while back on the show. And of course, he's been getting better at curing Evos, but they've never done it really again. They've never tested it, but it's her birthday. It's around that time. And there's this scientist who's claiming he can cure Evos. And then, of course, he did a fake, whatever, trick where he put an Evo in the machine, and it actually kind of just, he left it in the machine, but then a woman comes out who's half cured. And there's a thing to where they're incurable, but then he overpowers the nanites, so technically Rex, and there's something else, but Rex can cure them, but it's like a half cure. So there's another layer of information we're getting in terms of like new stuff of like Evo cures and all that, where now we can half cure somebody. So strange, but I was not prepared for the emotional moments, and they hit so well because of the way they've handled these characters. Holiday and Six have always had this dynamic since the beginning of the show, where it's clear as day there has been some sort of past or something, and there's always been some sort of connection. Of course, Rex himself, he loves Holiday, and he's always smitten with her, and he realizes now she's a little too old for me. Because now, of course, her younger sister is now cured and they can now go hang out at the mall. So I don't know if they're setting up Rex having a girlfriend, which is Holiday's sister. I don't think that's what they're doing. It's possible, but I don't think. Who knows? But there was some finally things that were said in between Rex and Six, and then, of course, Six and Holiday, that has been basically waiting to be said. But they had to wait, because if you have Rex go, I'll probably never say this again, Rex, but I'm honored to be your partner. I'm honored to be fighting alongside you. If you would have done that in season 1, I don't think it would have had the impact it does now. And I know, Bobo, they're going, well, what? Like, he was just, like, frustrated, but, like, what Six did, he threw his blades down on the machine. He basically was sacrificing himself to bring back Holiday's sister. I almost said daughter. Sister. Sorry. It's been a long day. And so he was willing to sacrifice him. Of course, I'm like, are they actually going to kill him off? Because, like, there's no way they're going to. But it actually wouldn't have been that surprising, because right before he takes off his sunglasses, he says, Holiday, you're the smartest woman I know. And he says all these, like, really emotional things. And I started getting teary-eyed. I'm like, oh my God, this is what needs to happen. This is exactly what he needs to be open and honest to Holiday about his fucking feelings. And he's finally doing it. And they're going to kill him. Of course, he's not dead. But now they're going on a date. Obviously, keep her professional, but come on. They have felt this way for a long time. Way before the show even started, they've had feelings. It's clear as day. So now it's finally happening. Finally. And just seeing how emotional this was just really reminds me of how good this show is and how good it can be. Because there's times where the show isn't hitting on all cylinders when it comes to their episodes. But this episode freaking it stuck the landing. It set up some really interesting things, and it kept adding on to the emotional and craziness, and easily they could have, fumbled it here at the end. They could have easily screwed it up. But I think they handled everything pretty damn well, and it was earned. Nothing felt forced. Like, obviously, a lot of things are happening at once in this episode in terms of Rex being more honest about Six, because Rex and Six have had a really weird dynamic over time where a lot of times Six is treating Rex, like a soldier, and he's not really seeing him as a kid. At times, obviously, he does openly admit at times, yeah, I feel like I probably should treat him differently, or maybe we should look at the situation differently, because Rex is not an adult. He's still a kid in a sense. He's been through a lot. All these things. But it's just like Rex is just still being that kind of teenager, so he's not really listening. So there's a lot of things in that aspect, and then, of course, like I've been saying, Six and Holiday. So there was a lot of things they were juggling at once, but I think they handled everything pretty damn well. Like I said, I was not expecting where this episode was going, but I'm so glad it did. Even if we would have got just one of the things that happened in terms of, curing her sister and actually finally curing, and hopefully this sticks, right? Because that machine could potentially help others, and maybe that's the direction they're going to be heading, is potentially, yes, they're going to start curing more incurables if they can with that machine. Maybe not, but I hope so. But just doing even that would have been worth the episode. But they also, like I said, they really established more of Rex's and Six's dynamic and their partnership and everything, and friendship. And then, of course, like I said, Holiday and Six. So there was a lot of things they're doing here. So yeah, really, really good stuff. I was just not expecting it. And I was also thinking at points, I didn't say it in the reaction, I'm like, oh, Bobo's not really in these episodes. Like, he's in the episode a little bit, but he's hardly in this episode. I was hoping for him to be in more of it, but I think he would have gotten in the way, because this episode truly was focusing on really more so Holiday's kind of story, connecting to this other scientist, and all that. So I understand why. Now, I'm pointing because I just had this thought, and I was trying to finish my last thought before I got to this. The screens of people that were on there that he's talking to about selling Evos to. Who was all on the screen? Who were these people? Were these world leaders? I think Van Cleis was up there. I don't know for sure, but there was a silhouette that looked a lot like Van Cleis. I don't know if Van Cleis would have been a part of a call like that, but maybe he would have. Maybe he would have, because how he wants to be in control of Evos and everything. So it's possible that it would have been him in there as well. I do think it was him, or at least one of the screens. But my question is, who is everybody else? Are they going to play a role in some sort of thing in the future? My guess is I would assume so, but maybe not. Maybe it was just a situation where, okay, we're going to have, like, the main focus is this scientist in terms of the villain of the episode, but we're going to have a screen full of people looking to buy these Evos. And it looks like this has been a thing he's done before. So now the question is, are these people that are on the screen, are they going to be identified in some sort of way? I don't think so, just because the way that scene played out was, okay, you had the screen full of people, they all exited as soon as things were starting to go haywire, but they just came rushing and beating the shit out of all of the soldiers, the people that were working with that scientist. That was the focus. It wasn't so much like, oh, okay, well, let's do some investigating, see who are these people on the screens here. No, that's not it at all. So, don't know, but maybe they should actually, and maybe they do focus on it. Maybe there is actually something that kind of happens because of that, because who was attempting to buy, like, Enraged, or like, you know what I'm saying, like who was in the market to buy them besides Van Kleiss? Like, who is on that call? And maybe that's something that is not really important to the grand scheme of things, but I'm thinking about it, so to me it's important. So yeah, to me, one of the best episodes of Generator Rex. Was not expecting where it went, and I loved it so much, and I can't wait to see more. I can't wait to see where, like, what unfolds because of all this. Maybe not really much, but regardless, I'm excited. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm curious to know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below about this episode of Generator Rex. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Talk to you guys soon. Peace out.